made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. Keelan Cole now to return. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They run it with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
11. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on second down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's McKinnon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
11.
On second down, here's Bortles. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Here we go. Hank. 372.
On first down, Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. This is Johnson, he's got it. There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Jaguars. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. This will be fielded at the 6. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. 319. 319.
Now it's Lynch. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Play action. It's Lynch. And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and throw for it with Lynch. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lynch. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Gone.
Throwing again here, Lynch. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Lucy. Hey, 54 Ricky.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Green 80. Green 80. Green attack.
Now McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. With 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Green 80.
Bortles now to throw. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. 11. Lucy. Lucy.
Here's Bortles to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. McKinnon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw that. 11. 11B. Green attack.
Throwing is Bortles. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Lucy.
To throw, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Gone.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing, Lynch. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Lucy. 11B.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, 54 Ricky. Hey, 54 Ricky. It's all right.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
11. 372.
Again, it's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
372. It's all right.
Bortles to throw once more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Terrence Mitchell. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Lynch. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Now let's go.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action with Lynch. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, here's Lynch. And he's got his man on the out route. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On first and 10, it's Lynch. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, it's Lynch. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bird. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Lynch now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Once again, it's Lynch. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now it's Lynch. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So Lynch will bring him out now to go for 2.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now Lynch. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Cole now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Here we go. So right, so right. So right, so right.
On second down, here's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. So
the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Lynch looking to throw on second. Hitter here, it's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So now Bortles will bring the Jags up to go for 2.
Sunday. Hank.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And he slings one that's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Lynch. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
Right,
I'm going to keep firing.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Now Lynch on first down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Throwing now is Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Lynch. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30. Yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lynch. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Play action. Now Lynch. And he's got Will Tye complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. 44-5. Check. Watch the pass.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Now it's Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a short return to the 6-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up, no crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
372. 372.
Bortles going to look to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. For touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Green, 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Leopard. Leopard. Gone. 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 Gone.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Gone. 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 All right, here we go. Green.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Detroit. Detroit. Gone. 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 Gone.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Gone. 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 Gone.
Back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Gone. 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 Gone.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that